In this video, we are going to look at unknown C of the qualitative analysis lab. And I'm going to be so you're going to have a test tube that looks like this. If you can see that very well, but it's a clear solution, but it does have some ions in it. Okay, and it could have silver in it, could have barium, could have zinc, could have silver and barium, silver and zinc, barium and zinc, could have all three, it could have none. So 0, 1, 2, or 3 of these ions. And you're going to tell me yes or no for each of the possible ions. The procedure I'm going to follow is I'm going to add Cl minus to this. I'm going to mix it. If there is a precipitate, I'll centrifuge and decant it. And then to the solution, I'm going to do my next step and add FeCN6 minus 4. I'm going to mix it. And if there is a precipitate, I'll centrifuge and decant. If not, I'll just add the next thing. And the next thing I would add in the last step would be CrO4 minus 2 and do a mix there. So you're going to watch what happens, and then you should have enough information to complete page 5 if it's your first unknown, or page 6 if it's your second unknown. You're going to put the unknown number, actually it's a letter C here, Ag plus, yes or no, and then your supporting evidence. Ba plus 2, yes or no, and then your supporting evidence, and Zn plus 2, yes or no, and then your supporting evidence. Watch the general info on unknowns that I put out to understand more clearly these directions, especially with the supporting evidence. Okay, let's go to large screen so you can see this. I'm going to stop the share and let's go where you can see this and angle this down here. I think that's pretty good. I got a centrifuge right here. I have a test tube that looks like it's clear solution, not much in there. And let's see, what I'm going to do is add some Cl minus to this. And let's watch what happens. Okay. 1. Put in 10 drops. And boy, it looks totally clear from what I'm seeing. I'm going to mix it. There's not really anything to mix. I'll mix that around. Still not seeing anything. So could I centrifuge and decant? I could, but I really don't need to because there's nothing there. So I'm going to go right to my next step and add FeCN6 minus 4. And watch again, watch as you add the drops, because this is sometimes where things stand out. I definitely see cloudiness happening as I'm adding those drops. Okay, so this is the one I want to mix really good. I'm going to mix that really good. Hopefully that's going to centrifuge out. Sometimes I get this one to centrifuge out. Sometimes I have a hard time separating and have to do this a few times. So I'm going to put this in here. I also have another centrifuge across from it with just some water in it to balance it. So just like a carnival ride, when you do a centrifuge, you kind of want to balance. You want to have a balanced load, right? Even a washing machine that spins, you need to have a balanced load when you end up doing that. I realize I'm out of the picture a little bit. Let's see. So I'm going to spin this around. This centrifuge spins around at probably 500 times per minute, maybe even 1,000 times per minute. And what happens is heavier things go to the outside. Just like if you're at Valley Fair and you spin around on one of the rides, the centrifugal force is going to force you, which are heavier than air, to the outside. And you can feel that there. So the precipitate should go to the outside, allowing me to separate that. Hopefully that's the case. Otherwise, I'll have to mix and re-spin. But we're going to try that. So I'm going to let it slow down. I can kind of cheat here and just do a little bit of slow down on the sides. I'm going to grab the test tube. Oh, that looks great. So that really separated out. You got this white, it almost looks kind of fluffy. Like, I don't know, do they still make Three Musketeers? It almost looks like the inside of a Three Musketeers bar. But I'm not going to taste it to check that out. All right, so I'm going to pour the liquid into one test tube. So there's the solid left behind. Here's the liquid or solution, I should say. And then I'm going to do my last step and add CrO4 -2. And again, look right away as I add that. Is it getting cloudy as I add the drops? And that is probably the biggest way to tell. Okay, again, this looks, compared to a clear solution, it looks significantly more cloudy. I don't know if you can see that yellowish color in there. I'm kind of getting some glare out the lights, what I'm seeing, but definitely a yellowish color. And again, I don't think I need to centrifuge this for another step. There's definitely some cloudiness, significant cloudiness there. All right, that is solution C. Again, that should help you with either page 5 or 6 for your unknown that you're doing. And then what you want to do is make sure to watch that general video on the unknowns to get the general information about that. Any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching Unknown C.